everyone, I am Soumya this side. Welcome to my channel and please subscribe me guys if you have not already subscribed. Your one subscription means a lot to me, and those who watch me a lot might have learned these words of mine. So yes, your subscription matters to me a lot. And okay, let's start. In today's video we are going to cover challenge 2 of the hands-on advanced flow for Agentforce. So if you have watched my previous video where we completed challenge 1, there we created an AI agent. The name of the agent was ESSO, and also we used gave some permissions to that agent. Now what we are going to do here is we are doing is customizing a standard Agentforce topic and flow powered action to deliver additional value. Okay, so let's start. Now you have to go here where they are saying configure customer verification for AI interactions. Okay, so what we are ideally doing is that we are doing this. You will implement and modifying a pre-built customer verification topic. Okay, so there is a standard topic they have, which is known as the customer verification. Okay, and also there is an existing action which is send email with verification code. So we are going to update it, like we are going to modify it little bit. Okay, and then one agent action will send a one time code to the customer email, and the another one will check the code that if it matches or not. Okay, and based on that it is going to take a decision. Okay, so let's start. First of all, they are saying that start by creating a field on contact object, and the name of the field is last customer verification. Okay, so I'm going to copy it, and the date type is date. Okay, with any meaningful description which you like. Okay, so I am going to go in the object manager here, and they are saying in the contact object, right? So I'm going to go to contact fields and relationship and a new field, and the data type is date. So let me select date here, and then next the name of the field we have copied. Okay, and the description is I'm just writing this only in description, and then next. Okay, and then are they saying something specific about this? No. With any meaningful description, the agent needs to interact with the field by updating its value during the verification process. Okay, so we can leave everything as it is and we can just save it here. Okay, so I just now made a new field in the custom sorry, in the contact object. Okay, so this is known as the last customer verification. So I am going to quickly search for this field. Okay, this is the customer verification done. Okay, this is done. Now next begin configuring the ESSO's topic and actions. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to add a standard topic. The name of the topic is customer verification. Okay, so let's go in our agent first. So I am going to home here, and I will search for Agentforce agents and the name of our agent. Okay, so ESSO. I am going here, and then I will open this in Builder. Then let's go to new. Okay, and I will, because they are saying that the topic is already there, right? So I'm going to select add from asset library. Okay, and the name of the topic is customer verification. Okay, so let me search here. It's okay, so this is the topic, which is customer verification. I'm going to click on finish here. Okay, so I'm going to refresh it, reload it again, and I can see this topic, which is customer verification. Okay, now they are saying that review the topic for further customization. The existing actions send email with verification code works fine, so you do not need to make any changes. Okay, so they are saying that this has an action which is send email with verification code and verify customer. So right now I am not going to do any change in it. Okay, so they are just saying that you should just click on the actions and see that these two actions should be there. Okay, this much is done. Okay, right. Now the other action included in this topic is verify customer. Yeah, this also we saw, right? Now you use this as a starting point for a new flow that expands the customer verification process, such as updating the last customer verification field. Okay, then on the customer contact record. Okay, save the verify code flow as a new flow. Okay, so they are saying that we already have a flow here. I'm going to leave this. Okay, and let's go to the flow now. So there is a flow which is verify. Mhm. Okay, verify code. I think this one. Mhm. Yeah, okay. So they are saying that save the verify code flow as new flow. Okay, and this is the label. Okay, let me copy the label first and save as new flow. I will write the label. API name will come on its own, and then let me copy the description here. And I'm going to copy the description. Okay, so first of all, we are going to save this. Okay, and we have saved it as a new flow. Okay, now what they're doing, we have to do some changes here. Okay, so what changes, let's see. Part of the flow is already constructed to support the verification process. Don't make any changes to the verify customer code action. The do uh, codes match decision element and the no default. Okay, so they are saying that this verify customer code and the do does match and this no default. So all these three things, verify code, this one, the decision element, and then this, the no default, so this will remain as it is. Okay, and then the flow follows the yes path when the customer verifies the code as expected. Since orders are only associated with contact records, add a decision element prior to existing set verified to true. So here is set verified to true, right? So after the yes, we have to add a decision element. Okay. And the name of the decision element is this. Okay. So I'm going to click on this. Okay. And it is asking add element. So I have to add a decision element. So I'm going to select decision, and here I will give my label. Okay, so API name is this, and then they're saying 1 minute. This, okay, the description, yes. So let me give this description. Okay, and then they're saying allow for two outcomes: one for user with a filter to check if customer type. Okay, customer type equals to text user. Okay, so that means outcomes are two. So one is for the user, and here they are saying customer, sorry, um, customer type, right? Equals to user. This one, customer type equals to user, equals to the text. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay. I have to give a text here. So wait. This is the text, right? Yeah, okay. So now they are saying, and the default outcome with label contact. Okay, so there is a default outcome here, right? So I'm going to label it as contact. Okay, so this is the contact and this is the user, so there is one condition in. Okay, so I think we are done with this. Arrange the existing set verified to true element so that it is the first element in the contact branch of the. Okay, okay, so now we have to rearrange something, right? So they are saying 1 minute, this is done, right? No, this one is done, yeah. So I'm going to just save it. Okay, so this is customer. Let me zoom out little bit so that I can see the screen, and I'm not able to see the screen. So what we did right now is we just added this yes thing. Right now we are going to rearrange. It is saying that arrange the set verified to true element so that it is the first element in the contact branch of the is customer user or contact. Okay, so this is the is customer user or contact, and this is set verified true. So what I will do, I will cut this element and I'm going to paste this element here. Okay, so this is the first element in this contact branch. So this is done. Now what they are saying is we have to okay. Next, add an update record element in the contact branch following the set verified to true element. Okay, so that means here I will add one update record. Okay, and they are saying that the label will be this. Okay, so this is the label, and the description. what is the description? So this is the description. Okay, now they are saying that we have to filter the condition set sorry contact id set equals with customer id. Okay, so let's filter it, specify condition. So this is for contact object, so contact, and then the first condition is contact id. Okay, so let me search for contact id. Okay, yes, contact id equals to customer id, equals to customer id, yeah, this one. Okay, this is the first condition. And the second condition is set find field values last customer verification. So last customer verification is the one which I we made in this, right? So that field. So customer last okay, last. Okay, so the last customer verification is not visible, right? So it is not coming. Okay, so what I am going to do is to I need to go to the object manager, and because this is the one which we created, right, new, so maybe some permissions we need to give. So I'll go to contacts, fields, and relationship. So the last customer verification, this one, right? So let me just open it first and see. Set Okay, so let's see the field level security for this one. So read access. Okay, I'm going to just check this read access and edit access. So do you see this read access and edit access? So I'm going to just save it here. Okay, and then view field accessibility, because we are not able to access that field. So for every for any field, if you encounter this problem, you have to go in that particular field and then check its field accessibility. Okay, so for choose one. Okay, so this is for the last customer verification, this one, right? So let me see here. Now you see that here all the profiles are coming and the field access is coming. Okay, so I have to check for the system admin, because for me I am the system admin, right? So this is okay, yeah. So this is the system admin, and you see that by default the field accessibility is hidden. So I'm going to go here, and so system admin, so I will do this visible. Okay, visible. And yeah, I think choose a different page layout for the I think this should do visible, because I've done it visible, but I am not 100% sure. Let me try this out first. Okay, so I have done this visible, and I'm going to just reload this one now. Is this saved? Wait. Let me check again for last customer verification. Editable. Yeah. So I think it should come, but let me check again. So what was okay? Okay. Wait 1 minute. I think I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I did not saved the flow. Okay, so I have to do it again. So I'm going to cut this element, copy it here, and then again I'm going to um sorry, so this is the, like, I should have saved it. So since I did not save, this all element went away. That's okay. Now I add update record, so I have to add an update record here. Okay, and then the label and description. So this was the label, and this was the description. So this is the description, specify condition, sorry, um this specify conditions. Object was contact, so contact object, and contact id, right? Sorry, so the first one was contact id equals to customer id. I'll just confirm, contact id equals to customer id, yeah. So the next one we were thinking of, right, which was last Oh yeah, last customer verification, it is coming now, right? So it is coming because we just went to the field accessibility setting, and for the system admin we have enabled it. Okay, so now it is saying what it is equals to with the flow's current date. Okay, so I will say that running flow, right? Running flow current date. So running flow current date. Okay. So now I'm going to save it. Okay. It is very important to save it because as you saw, okay. So let's see now what again we have to do. If the system does not find a contact email address, it will follow the user decision path, create an element for the user path that will provide a message asking the customer to provide an email address. This element will set a variable value with a provided. Okay, label the assignment as this with description this, and use a variable and constant to deliver the message. Okay, so they are saying that if the system does not find a contact email address, it will follow the user decision path. Okay, so this is the 1 minute, let me close it. Okay, first of all, it is giving some error here. What it is saying, the customer invalid reference to contact. Okay, so I think for this one, we need to close this. Okay, so if I'll do this done and I'll reload this, let's see if it is done or not. No, what it is saying, the object null not found for the object contact, the field null not found. For which one it is saying? This one? Oh, I didn't enter the value for this, right? Set field values for the contact records. Filter condition set. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I got it. So I think this was the filter condition, and this is the field value which I have to set here. Okay, running flow and current date of the running flow. Okay, I am going to cancel this out. Yeah, now it is okay. Now I think yeah, this error will go. It should go now. So it is saving. Yeah, the error went away. Okay, yeah, so this was one mistake I did. Okay, so we have to set the field values here. Okay, great. Now what they are saying is, again, now let's read the other one. So first of all, now what we have to do, we have to create these variables, right? So what I am going to do, I will go here and I'll create new resource. So variable, what is the name of the variable? This is the variable API name is this, and this is the description. So I'm going to copy this description. So this is the description, and okay, so I'm going to do done here. mm, Data type they are asking. Okay, I don't think just 1 minute. Okay, variable resource for message. So I will select the data type as text because this is message, right? So I will select this text, and this is for input output. Okay, it is asking that whether it is for input or output. Use a variable and a constant to deliver message if the verification attempt relates to a email address. Okay, so available for input output, and I am going to do this done here. Okay, so this is done. Now what we have to do is we have to create a constant, and the name of the constant is not contact. So the new resource, then contact, and then we are going to copy this here, and then the description will come. So the description is coming here. Again, I will select a text here, and then the value of the text will be this. Oh sorry, what I did something wrong. No, okay. So then I'm going to do done here. Okay, so I created one constant, and so let's see now. I created one constant and one variable, right? So now I'm going to add this element here. Okay, so they are saying that add an assignment here. Okay, so the name of this. Label is this, so this is the label. Okay, and the description, where is the description? So this is the description. So let's do the description. And then we found that the email address is this, user variable and constant to deliver a message. Okay, so now here I will say the variable, right, which variable I created. So the name of the variable is message after verification. Okay, so I will say this one, message after verification user, right? So this one was the one which I created. And then equals to not contact. So not contact is the one which I created. Okay, so I'm going to save it here. Okay, and okay, so here this error is coming, right? This message error is coming. So this is because if we will click here, so I think, yeah, this takes an original flow. So I am going to just delete it from here. So just delete the flow if it is taking anything. Okay, and then I'm going to reload it. I already saved it. Okay, now so now this warning is gone. And what we so what we just did, we just removed here, right? So there was an original flow, the original flow should not be there. And it might take 3 4 times to remove it, because sometimes it just, it will not get removed. So once it is successfully removed, then we'll not get any warnings. And after that, the last step is to activate this flow. So there is a flow called verify code and log verification. Okay, we just did everything in this flow. Now the last step what is left is that we have to create a topic action for ESSO to verify and update the contact records. Okay, so let's start with this one. Now what we are going to do, we will go in agent force assets. Okay, so um this is the agent force assets. Okay, so now if we will go to actions here, and then we have to create a new agent action. Here we'll select the flow, and now here we will select the flow which we just now made, that is verify code and log verification. Now this is very important, that if you guys have not activated the flow, then this is not going to come here. Okay, so if you are not able to see this flow, that means that your flow is not activated. Okay, so that's why it will not come. So now I will click on the next. And let me see what they have given. To associate to the new flow, create a new review the existing by removing it from the topic. Create a new agent action that references just configured using any loading text you would like. Okay, so let's select a loading text. They are saying, okay, so I'm just writing loading for now, loading. And then instructions. So here since the instruction is compulsory, so you can write anything for now here. Okay, so I'm just giving here instructions only. So you can write whatever you want. And then is there anything necessary? So I'm just checking that whatever is important. Okay, asterisk. So whatever is asterisk, we should fill all the asterisk things. Okay, otherwise it is not going to finish. And now it is finished. Okay, so the changes are saved. And finally we have finished it. Okay, so they are saying that because this agent topic was created, we cannot check if it's agent action directly, we are okay. So I think that we are done now. Okay, but let's check this challenge and see that if there is anything else which is required. So guys, this challenge is a little bit difficult one. Okay, and um Okay, so what is it is saying that ESSOs can interact with new field last customer verification. Add access to ESSO's permission set. Okay, so okay, wait, let's see the permission set, and that is ESSO cannot access the last verification field, it is saying. Okay, so 1 minute. So I think the it will be in object settings. Okay, so it was the contact object, right? So let me go to the contact object. Um, contacts. Okay, this is the object, contacts object, and okay, so last verification. Oh, okay, yeah, this last customer verification. So yes, this is not read access and edit access is not there. So I'm going to edit it right now. Okay, and I will mark it as last customer verification. Okay, so I'm giving the read and edit access here, and I'm not now going to save it. So hopefully now we will have it. Object permissions, read, create, view all fields. Okay, let me check it once again, and if it is not done, then we need to edit the object permissions above. Okay, so let's see, let's wait for some time, and please use this time to subscribe to my channel. Your subscription means a lot to me, so please subscribe me. And okay, yeah, this is done. So guys, just be careful. This challenge too is little bit difficult. There are a lot of things which you have to keep in mind. Okay, and for me also, it was very difficult to find out some of the things, so I tried to make this video short, because if I'll do the debugging also with you, then it is going to be a very long video, and obviously you all will get bored. So for me also it was little bit tricky. So just do each and every step and let me know if you want help in anything. And yeah, have a nice day. Bye bye.